Today we are going to start our lesson 1 for HSK1. So it's a pre-test training course of 6 classes, and today will be our lesson 1. And my name is Angela, so Angela Chen. So you can call me Angela or you can call me Chen 老师. So both okay. So it's time to start our class today. So our HSK1 pre-test training I just mentioned, we have 6 classes in total. So today will be our lesson 1, and on Wednesday and Thursday we'll have our lesson 2 and 3, and next week we'll have the rest 3 classes. So to help you prepare the HSK1 test before your test date. So let's start. What we are going to do today, uh, including 3 parts. The first part, I will introduce you about the basic information of HSK1 test, how the test is going, what they are going to test in that test day. And part 2, I will give you a brief introduction about the listening part. HSK1 just have 2 parts, listening and reading. So today I will give you a brief introduction of the listening part. And then we will do some practice for listening part 1 to part 3. So the first part we are going to do today is to do a brief introduction to HSK1, the whole test. Here, HSK1 exam will test the student's capability of using Chinese in daily life. So those who pass HSK1 test can understand and use some simple Chinese words and sentences to do daily conversation. And also they are able to pursue further Chinese study in the future. So HSK1 is the basic level for Chinese. So all in all, I guess you already know we have 6 levels for HSK. So HSK1 is the beginner's level, is the basic level for HSK. So HSK1, we will evaluate listening and reading skills in Chinese. So the whole test will include just 2 parts, listening and reading. So there will be some topics, tasks, and grammar, and also we will test you a fundamental vocabulary. There will be 150 Chinese words in the HSK1 test requires. Question types. So HSK1 has a total of 40 questions, which divided into listening and reading, 2 parts. So the entire exam takes about 40 minutes to finish. So the whole test is 40 minutes. They will include 5 minutes. You need to write down your name information before the test. So the whole test is about 35 minutes to finish. And for the test itself, the test paper, all of the questions on the test paper will write in pinyin. So they will have Chinese characters, but together with the pinyin. So if you can read pinyin, you can take the test. And next is about the test score. The full score of HSK1 is 200 points. So 120 is passing score, and the whole test is 200 scores in total. So together 2 parts, listening and reading. And the HSK scores right now are valid for 2 years, and starting from the exam date. Okay, and then let's take a look at what the test is about. So I just mentioned there are two parts, listening and reading in the test. And for each part, they have 4 sections. And each section have 5 questions. You can see here. So listening, 4 sections, reading, 4 sections. Oops. And for each section, there will be 5 questions. Okay, so in total, 20 questions in listening, 20 questions in reading, together 40 questions. And the listening part is about 15 minutes. There will be 3 more minutes for you to finish the answer sheet and to check your answers for listening. And then for the reading part, there will be 17 minutes. So altogether, 35 minutes to finish the whole test, and 5 more minutes in the beginning for you to finish your personal information about the test. Okay, so today we are going to start from the listening part. So I will give you a brief introduction about the HSK1 listening part first, and we will do some practice about listening part 1 to part 3 for today. And next class, we will do the fourth part of listening and also the reading part. Okay, so for listening, I just mentioned there will be 4 parts in listening. Each part will have 5 questions. Questions in the first 3 parts of listening are all about pictures. So you listen to the recording and find the right picture or find the picture is correct or not. And the fourth part is listen to the sentences and choose answers. So, part 1, listen to the recording and judge whether the word or phrase you hear is correct according to the picture. And the second part is listen to the recording and choose the picture which is like correct according to the sentence you hear. So the first one is listen and choose right or wrong, true or false. Second one is listen and choose the right picture. Third one is listen to a dialogue and choose the corresponding picture, the correct picture. And last one is listen to the sentences and the questions, then choose the right answer according to the recording. So today I will take some exercise together with you from number 1 to 3. So because part 1, part 2, part 3, they are all about pictures. So we will do the practice this part. And before we start, I would like to mention a bit about the common words we are going to use in the listening part. So I will send those pictures to you later about the common words you will use for HSK1 listening. So if you have time this week, please take a look at those words. We have a few words and simple phrases. And this is a homework for you to look up those words in dictionary and to study it and remember it. Or to do some exercises for the listening part 1. So listening part 1 is listen to the phrases or words and judge whether the pictures are right or wrong. The question type, question 1 to 5 in the whole test is this part. Each of the question in this section is based on a word or a phrase in the recording. You need to listen to it carefully and judge whether the picture matches the recording. Each word or phrase in the recording will be read twice. Usually there will be two voices, one male, one female, so they will read them one by one, so for twice. For this part, there are some tips or answering skills. First one is to have a quick look at the pictures I can take. This is like an example of the test paper. There will be some pictures and you write your answers here is true or false, or right or wrong. So before start, you can take a quick look because they are just pictures. They don't have any like characters. Take a quick look at the pictures and predict the possible question. So later when you hear the recording, you can compare your prediction, okay? And then pay attention to the keywords. The recording also pay attention to the keywords in the recording and avoid mistakes. So let's try. For this part, listening, I will read the phrase. So I will read slower, and you can try type the answer. I mean type in the chatting box. Type is true or false in the chatting box. When I finish reading the question, okay, so those are pictures on my slices. So number one, I will read a phrase twice. And when I finish my reading, you type your answer, whether it's true or false, according to the picture. Okay? So let me start. So number one, 第一，坐出租车，坐出租车。You can type your answer is true or false. 坐出租车。Good. Okay, most of you doing it correctly. So this should be a false for this part. Okay, let's continue. Number two. 第二, number two. I will read it. So when I finish my reading, you can type your answer. Okay, ready? Number two. 第二，明天见。明天见。明天见。Okay, you can type your answer now. Yeah, it's a true. Okay. All right, I can see most of you do it correctly. I will explain it later, why it's true and why it's false. Let's continue for number three right now. Number three. Get ready. Number three. 第三. This one. Number three. 12点。12点。Type your answer now. 12点. Right. Right. I see someone also typed the translation. Very good. So it's a true. Okay. Let's try number four. 第四. 喝水。喝水。喝水。True or false? 喝水 right, it's false. I see someone type 西瓜 watermelon. Okay. Yeah, she's eating, not drinking, right? So 喝水 is wrong. It's a false for number 4. Okay, next one. Number 5, the last one in this page. 打电话打电话打电话 true or false? Who type true? 打电话 Yeah, someone telling the correct answer. 电话 is calling on phone, not talking. Yeah, it's a false. Okay, so then you're all very smart, very good. Then let's take a look at the answers here. So number 1, I read this. 坐出租车. What's the meaning for 坐出租车? It's a false, right? 坐出租车 means what? Yeah, take a taxi. Yes, 出租车 means taxi. So the key words here is 出租车. For this boy, he is doing 骑自行车. So ride a bicycle. Bicycle is 自行车. Although they are all 车, but 出租车 is taxi. 自行车 is bicycle. So this is false. Okay, number 2, I read 明天见. So what's the meaning for 明天见? See you tomorrow, yes. So that's correct. They are saying goodbye right now. Okay, so number 3, I read this. 12点. 12点. What's the time for that? Yes, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 12点. So 12, 12. 12点. So it's a true. Okay, next one. Number 4, I read this. 喝水. 喝水 means what? 喝水 means what? Drink. Drink what? Drink water. 对，水 is water. Drink water. So the picture is 吃西瓜. So I remember someone typed the answer. 西瓜 means watermelon. So she's eating watermelon, not 喝水. So it's a false. Okay, last one. 打电话. Someone already typed the answer. 打电话 is to call on a phone. 电话 is a phone. And 说话 means to talk. So they are talking. 说话, not 打电话. So this is false. All right, so that's the first part. It's not hard at all, right? So next, we have 5 more questions. And this time I will play the recording similar to the real test. See if you can finish them. So I won't stop between questions. So from number 1 to number 5, we will do it all together. And when we finish all the 5 questions, you can type your answer for the 5 questions. So you can just type true, false, or F or T on the chatting box. When we finish all the 5 questions. Okay, then after that, we will correct it together. So let's start.
一、
太冷了，
太冷了， 2.
坐飞机。
坐飞机。3.
他的猫。
他的猫。4.
喝茶。
喝茶。5.
再见。
再见。
Okay, that's all for the 5 questions. Now you can type your answer. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can type your answers. All right, let's take a look together. Did you finish? Let's take a look at the answers together. Check if you are right. Okay, so let's take a look at the answers together. Number 1, what in the recording says, 太冷了. So 冷 means what? Very cold, yes. It's too cold. So it's true. And number 2, in the question it reads 坐飞机. So 飞机 is an airplane, right? So 坐飞机 to go by airplane. So that should be a correct. All right. Number 3 in the recording, it reads 他的猫. So 他的猫, what is 猫? Mao is cat, so here should be a dog. So that's a wrong, a false. And then this one is 喝茶. What is 喝茶? Drink tea. Drink tea is 喝茶. But in the picture, is I see someone type the answer, 米饭, right? Rice, 米饭. So it's a wrong, not 喝茶. And last one, the recording says this, 再见. 再见. So it's a goodbye, right? It's a goodbye or bye. 再见. So it's correct. Okay. So then this is listening part 1. So you can see here is not hard at all. So what you need to do, the tips is take a quick look before they play the recording. So you can get an idea of what the picture is about. Those are very simple words. So then when you hear the recording, you can get an idea of whether the recording is correct or not according to the picture. Okay, then let's continue for the next part. So first, part 1, 2, 3 are all about pictures. So today we'll go through a lot of pictures. So listening part 2 is listen to the sentences and choose the right picture. So let me give you an example first. So the questions are like these, multiple choices. So they will give you 3 choices, and the recording you will hear one sentence, and you find the correct picture according to the recording. So that is the question type. So 5 questions. So from number 6 to 10 in the test paper is this part, like multiple choices. In each question of this section, one sentence will be heard. You need to select the picture matches the recording among the 3 options. And each sentence in the recording will read twice. Also like 2 person, 1 male and 1 female. Each one will read them once. And for this part, the skills similar to the first one. They are all pictures. So you have a quick look at the choices and you can predict what the sentences are about, like get an idea of what the picture is about. And when you listen to the sentence, you pay attention to the keywords. Later, we will take a look at the examples. You don't really have to understand the whole sentence. If you catch up the keywords in the sentence, you can get a right answer for this part. And number 3 is choose what you hear and do not hesitate. Because in this part, it's a sentence, so it's really quick. So they will read the sentence twice, and then number 2 will start. So just catch up the keywords and just make sure your answer, write down your answer for the first question, and then go to number 2. Don't take too much time for each questions. Oh, usually this part is quite straightforward. You catch up the keyword, you can get the answer. So also let's take some practice together. We will do 10 questions. And first 5 questions as the beginning, as the first part, I will read it. So I can read it one by one very slow, and you can type your answer right after I read the sentence. And for the second part, we will play a recording just like the test, and you try to write down your answer for the 5 questions together. All right, so let's try. Again, I will read a sentence twice, and then you can type your answer. Choose the correct picture from A, B, and C. Okay, let me start the chatting with you. Okay, let's go. For number 1, 第一, listen carefully. 今天天气很冷。今天天气很冷。Okay, almost all of you correct. A, yeah, today is very cold. All right, let's try number 2, 第二. 现在是10点10分。Again, 现在是10点10分。Yeah, B for Bob. B. Okay, 10点10分, 10:10. Yeah, someone typed the translation too. Okay. You're very good. And then number 3, 第三, 他后面有几个人? One more time. 他后面有几个人? 他后面有几个人 ？What is the answer? Yeah, you're all right. C, yes. At the answers. So first one, 今天天气很冷. I think you all get it. The key words are in red. I write it in red. 很冷. So if you can just understand 很冷 means very cold, you can very easily choose. Should be A, right? 很冷, very cold. So A. Number two, also very straightforward. 现在是10点10分. So if you get the numbers correct, 10点10分 must be B. So right now it's 10:10. So 10点10分 are the keywords. Number three, someone says it's tricky. Yes, this one is a bit tricky because there are two keywords. 它后面有几个人 Do you understand the sentence is talking about? Okay, so 后面means back. Behind, back is 后面. And I think the tricky part is here, 几个人. So 几个人 means several people. So here 几个 means several. So there are several people behind him. All right, let's try. We have two more to go. Number 4. Get ready for this part. Number 4, 第四，我今年12岁了。我今年12岁了。我今年12岁了。Yes. Should be A. I see someone already typed the translation. So, 12岁 is the key word. 12 years old. So for A, B, and C, of course, A seems like a 12 years old boy. This one is too old. This one is too young, right? So it should be A. Okay, last one, number 5. 他下个月会去中国工作。One more time. 他下个月会去中国工作。What is your answer? It should be C. So 他下个月会去中国工作。So in the whole sentence, you can, if you catch the word 中国, you can find the correct picture. Not Paris, not Sydney. Should be Great Wall in China, right? Okay, so this is listening part 2. Listen to a sentence and choose the correct picture. Again, the tips is you catch up the key words in the sentence to match the picture. And then usually the question are quite straightforward. You just choose the picture according to the keyword you hear and make your decision and then go to the next part. Okay, so next one, let's try to listen to the real recording and choose the correct answer. So we will do 5 questions altogether. When we finish the 5 questions, you can type your answer from number 1. Here should be number 6 to 10. Okay, let's start.
6.
爸爸很喜欢喝茶。
爸爸很喜欢喝茶。七，
我儿子是大学生。
我儿子是大学生。八，
小猫在椅子上。
小猫在椅子上。九，
下午我想去商店买东西。
下午我想去商店买东西。十，
医生，你来看看这个。
医生，你来看看这个。
Okay, now you can type your answer. So, number 6, in the recording, they say, 爸爸很喜欢喝茶. So in here, if you know the translation, you can type. So 爸爸很喜欢喝茶. So 茶 is the key word. If you can understand 茶 means tea, then you can choose from A, B, and C. So it should be A, right? A is tea. And then 我儿子是大学生. So if you understand, you can translate. 我儿子是大学生. Yeah, I see someone translated. My son, 儿子, son. My son is a college student. 大学生. So it should be a B. So you should understand two parts, cookie words. First one is 儿子 is a son. And then 大学生, the key word 大学生 is college student. So C is definitely not right. So B. So number 8 in the recording it says 小猫在椅子上. 小猫在椅子上. Yes, this one should be C because 小猫 is what? 小猫 is a cat, right? A small cat. So only C has a small cat. So should be C. The whole sentence means little cat on top of the chair. Okay, number 9. The correct answer should be B. 下午我想去商店买东西. So the key word is 买东西. Do you understand what does that mean? 买东西. Buy something. Yes, buy things. So the whole sentence means in the afternoon, I want to go to the store and buy things. So if you can understand 买东西 means buy things, you can understand picture B is correct. Only she is buying things, not 打电话, not 做饭. So should be 买东西 B. Okay, last one. The sentence in the recording is 医生你来看看这个. So if you can understand the first word in the sentence, you can get the idea. 医生 means what? Doctor, right? 医生 is a doctor. So definitely only C is about a doctor. So you can just choose C according to the first word of the sentence. 医生. But the whole sentence means, doctor, you come and take a look at this. 你来看看这个. So doctor, come and take a look at this. And for this listening part, the main idea is to catch the keyword. You don't have to understand the whole sentence. You just understand the keyword. Then you can choose the picture like this. You understand this 医生, you can choose C. You understand this is 买东西, then you can choose B. You have to make your decision really quick. Right after you hear the sentence, you choose an answer and then get to the next one. Take a quick look at the next 3 pictures and get ready to the next question. Don't hesitate. Don't wait for it. Think it too long. If you don't get an idea of that sentence, give up and come to the next. Okay, then we do the last part of today about listening part 3. This part is getting longer, getting harder for each part. So part 3 is listen to a conversation and choose the right picture. Also 5 questions from 11 to 15. They are like matching. So I can give you an example here. They will have a few pictures here, and they will read a dialogue for each question, and then you choose the correct picture here. Matches the recording you hear in the recording. Okay, so the questions in this section are based on conversations between 2 people, also male and female. Like they will give you 6 different pictures. 6 pictures, but one of them already happened. Like one of them is an example. So the C is an example. So you just choose from the rest 5 pictures for the correct answers. Answering skill, also similar. Before they play the recording, you can take a quick look at the 6 pictures and get an idea of what the top picture is about. Like think up some like keywords for those pictures. So later when you hear it, you can judge which one is correct. And also pay attention to keywords. You catch up some keyword. You don't have to translate the whole sentence in your mind. Like we don't have so many time to translate the whole sentence. You just catch up some keywords to match the picture, then it's fine. And also, because time is limited, just choose the correct answer right after they finish the recording, and do not hesitate. And you don't understand, you give up and listen to the next part. Don't take too long for each question. Okay, so let's do some practice. So I will read the dialogues, so it will be easier. I will read slower. And after I read the question, let's take a look at the answers together. So here goes an example. So the example is like 你好, 你好, 很高兴认识你. So that is C. So C already in the example. So when I read the 5 questions, you don't need to look at C. So the correct answer are here, A, B, D, E, and F. Choose from that 5 pictures. Okay, so I will start. Number 1. 上午去医院看同学的时候，你没买些水果？我买了不少。Okay, one more time. 上午去医院看同学的时候，你没买些水果？我买了不少。Oh, this time I can see a lot of you made mistake. I can tell you all it's not D. It's not D. Also not A. Okay, let me read it one more time. 上午去医院看同学的时候，你没买些水果？我买了不少。Yeah, should be F. Should be 水果, fruits. Okay, let's continue for number 2. 你的大狗叫什么名字？叫多多。多多是我的好朋友。Okay, one more time. 你的大狗叫什么名字？叫多多。多多是我的好朋友。Okay, which one? This time we got more people correct. Yeah, should be E. 你的大狗big dog. 大狗叫什么名字？ What's the name of your big dog? So should be E. Okay, number 3. Let's try another one. 你是哪年来中国的？我今年2018年。Okay, one more time. 你是哪年来中国的？我今年2018年。Okay, what is the answer? You're right. This time is D. Yes. I read 2018年. Yes, I will share the slices later so you can practice. Okay, so let's take a look at the answers here together. First one, I read, 上午去医院看同学的时候，你没买些水果？我买了不少。The whole sentence is talking about 上午 in the morning, we're going to the hospital to see this. So 你没买些水果? You haven't bought some fruits? So the key word here is 水果. If you catch up the 水果 word, then you can choose it's F. 我买了不少. I bought a lot. And then number 2, 你的大狗叫什么名字? What's the name of your big dog? So the key word is 大狗, big dog. So if you can understand 狗, then you can choose should be E in this picture. So, and then second sentence is 叫多多. So dog name is 多多. And 多多是我的好朋友. And 多多 is my good friend. But the key word is only here. 大狗, big dog. Okay, number 3. 你是哪年来中国的? So 哪年, which year you come to China? And B is answering 我. You're talking about me? 今年, this year. And I read this is keyword. 2018年 2018. D. 2018年. And then next one. 李老师的女儿今年20岁了。是，她很漂亮。So, should be B. So, 李老师的女儿，李老师's daughter, 女儿，20岁, so about 20 years old. So you can choose, that is B. And then last one, 现在几点了? What's the time now? And the answer is 10点10分, so 10 should be A. Okay, so that's all for the practice of today. And let's go back and take a look at the tips for the listening part 1 to part 3. The first three parts, they're all about pictures. So what you need to do is first look at the pictures before answering the question, before they play the recording. And you can grasp the main information in the picture, get an idea of what the picture are about. And then you start listening to the recording. And when you listen, you can quickly write down some notes, but you don't need to write down the whole thing, just a very simple thing, the key things. For example, in the dialogue, they read 10点10分, so you quickly write down 10:10, so you can choose the correct answer later. Some of the keywords you can write down, but if you can remember it by mind, then you don't write down the notes, it's also okay. But the thing is, you need to get an idea of the keywords in the recording. And then keeps 3. As for questions with mutable pictures, compare the differences in the pictures, especially when the picture look similar to each other. You can get an idea of what is the main difference of them. Then pay attention to the difference when you hear the sentences in the recording. Okay, and then that's all for all of my information you can share for today. And we have homework. Our next lesson is here. It's on Wednesday, so we have 2 more days. In the 2 days, I will give you 2 homeworks, which you can finish within this week is okay. First thing is I will give you a mock test paper about the whole test, all of the questions in a test. So you can do it by yourself. Take a brief idea of what the test is about. All of the questions you can do for mock test. And number 2 is I will give you the keywords I just showed before in my slices. So what you need to do is go through those keywords and try translate them so you can remember all of the words. in this lesson. So all of those words are very useful for the listening part. All right, then that's pretty much all for today. And thanks for coming today. And this is my email and my WeChat. So if you got further questions, you can contact me later. And I will see you on Wednesday. All right, bye guys. 谢谢大家，再见。